the MOOCs that we've been presenting, and it's exciting. It's just new and it's exciting. I see Casper has already started the recording. Casper, would you like to just read the house rules, and then Tumelo can open the session?
Yes, I can. Welcome everybody to today's session. We hope you enjoy this session. We only have a few small house rules for today. We'd like to ask everybody to please mute your cameras to save data and bandwidth. Also to mute your microphones, keep all the background noise to minimum. If anybody has a question at any point in time, please feel free to raise your hand. Or if you have some mic problems, please put it into the chat area. And then I think that's all from my side. Over to you, Tumelo.
Thank you so much, Meneer Johannes. On behalf of USEC Robotics and Environmental Sciences, we would like to wish all the ladies a happy Women's Month. And thank you so much for joining this session. And for those who are watching the recording, thank you so much also for taking the time to watch this recording. Without wasting time, I am Tumelo Nhlapo. As we have seen that lovely lady, that's Dr. House. We also have Mr. Kabelo Pea behind the scenes, as well as Ms. Anzani Spia behind the scenes. Once again, thank you so much to Meneer Johannes for the intro. All right, this is Unit 1. Here I'll be touching on the introduction to robotics and the environmental calendar. And then tomorrow it will be Unit 2. I'll be introducing robotics and the My 2050 environmental calculator. And then the following day it will be the introduction to robotics and environmental sciences, as well as introduction to robotics in the environmental sciences future. The learning outcomes are very simple. Just talk about the history of the environmental calendar, discuss what is the purpose of the environmental calendar, as well as explain different ways of how to use the environmental calendar using robotics. So I'll be touching more about how I'm using the environmental calendar and how I'm including it in terms of raising awareness of environmental sciences. The purpose of this is to equip educators, students, trainers, facilitators, and coaches of different robotics teams. And please feel brave to ask. Use the chat or the question and answer at the end of the session. Recordings for this will be available for registered participants on the USEC MOOC portal. And then if you would like to register and you're not part of the MOOC portal, there's a link down there. And if you are experiencing any problems, please don't hesitate to email us on i-set@unisa.ac.za, and we'll certainly attend to that. Wow, first things first, I would like to acknowledge the Wildlife and Environment Society of South Africa. These are the people that care for the earth, and these people are the ones that are using their material, which is the environmental calendar. A very big thank you to them. So with the environmental calendar that I'm using, it has been sourced from the WESA, which is the people that care for the environment. It's really going in different parts of the country. It's not only limited to one area or one province, but it's spreading all over the world. And I hope also with these online sessions, it will be also shared with others. A very big thank you once again to WESA, which are the people that care for the environment. All right, this is the 2022 Environmental Days. So here, as you can see, we've got January up until December, and we've got different themes, different days that are being celebrated. For example, for the month of August, on the 4th, it was International Clouded Leopard Day. And then on the 9th, it was Women's Day, once again, a very women's month to our women in the participants. And we celebrated World Lion Day on the 10th, as well as Elephant Day, which was on the 12th. Great part! It's this week. This is World Water Week. So I'll encourage you to be very mindful of the way you use water. There are certain parts of the country here in South Africa, the likes of Western Cape, Eastern Cape, that are currently facing day zero, and also they're experiencing what we call water shading. So let's just be mindful of how we're using water. And then we also have World African Wild Dog Day on the 26th. And then on the 30th, it's International Whale Shark Day. And on the 31st, it's African Traditional Medicine Day, as well as from the 30th of August until the 5th of September, it's Arbor Week, meaning that we'll be planting lots of trees. All right, so I'll just explain how I use the environmental calendar in order to raise awareness of technology. So, right, as I explained, this is for the month of August. And for the month of August, on the 4th, it was International Clouded Leopard Day. And these animals, or the purpose of the International Clouded Leopard Day, is to raise awareness of these animals. So these animals are found on the Southeast Asia, and these are one of the most Asian cat species. So you won't find them here in South Africa unless it's in captivity for educational purposes. So the main purpose of celebrating this day is to highlight things such as poaching, habitat loss, that these animals are experiencing. So these animals are being poached for their skin, as well as their paws, as well as in some areas for meat as well. And then when it comes to habitat loss, due to overpopulation and deforestation, as you can see, that guy on your right hand side is chilling on the tree. So those are some of the threats that they are currently experiencing, and that is what's the purpose of this International Clouded Day. And then on the 9th of August, it was World Women's Day. Once again, we are still in the Women's Month. Happy Women's Month to all our ladies. Just some interesting facts. So Dr. Jackson was the first Black woman to receive a PhD from MIT Institute. This was in 1973. And then a lady called Nancy Johnson. This is very interesting. This lady created a ice cream maker. This was in 1843. So big ups to the ladies. Big ups. And then in 1947, a lady called Maria created the first 100% solar powered house. And I mean, this is so amazing what the ladies are doing out there. And then we also have Grace Hopper. So she invented a compiler that translated written language into computer code and coined the terms such as bug and debugging when she had to remove moths from the device. Who knew this? Now, this is simple when you now close your eyes and try to think that the world would be like without the invention of such. This is so relevant, so I'd like to thank such inventions. Now, on the 10th of August, just after Women's Day, it was World Lion Day. So the purpose of this day, again, is to also increase public awareness of these significant animals. For example, they are also facing similar threats like that international clouded, clouded leopard. They also face issues of poaching, skin. They also poach them for their skins as well. And then in some parts of Africa, they use their parts for medicinal purposes, as well as in some industries, they use them for trophy hunting, as well as cane hunting, which in some places, these result into less population. And it would be nice to, be aware of these magnificent animals. And another interesting fact is that, did you know that, as you can see on the bottom left screen, there's a male and a female. So did you know that a male lion has hair all over its neck and a female lion does not have hair all over its neck? Now, the purpose of this is because, remember, male lions are the ones that are protecting the family. So they need that mane in order when they fight, so that that mane or that hair gets to protect them. That is why females don't need such. But another interesting fact is that, do you know that females are the ones that hunt food for the whole family? And the sad part is that it's the male who get to eat first, and then the females will eat after. But yeah, big ups to the ladies. And in South Africa, we have it in our 50 Rand money note. And another thing I want you to tell me after, why do we consider a lion one of the big 5 species in South Africa? Another big 5 species is the elephant, which was celebrated on the 12th. Same thing. The purpose of this was to increase public awareness. So I see there it says significance of lion conservation. He meant to say elephant conservation. So elephants are also being posed again, but with elephants, the tusks are being posed and used for different purposes. For some, it's for recreational purposes, for decoration, for creating a jewelry, and in some it's for medicinal purposes. Some they also use their skins and their meat. And there's also what we call human-wildlife conflict that's currently happening due to habitat loss and people getting to stay closer to natural areas whereby elephants find it too confined for them. And once again, please tell me, why do we call them big 5, and why is an elephant and a lion considered a big 5 species? All right, now we are celebrating the World Water Week. So in some parts of the world, they'll start tomorrow until the 1st. But because we are more advanced, we are starting today. So the theme is Sing the Scene, the value of water. So I'll just tell you some interesting stuff that you can do. So for those of you that have farms or who have friends who are farmers, you can use the water sense labels. These are weather-based irrigation controllers, a type of a smart irrigation control that uses local weather data to determine when and how much to water. So you can see the relationship of technology within the environmental sciences. So in this aspect here, you get to use technology to save water and when to water. So this is a very good initiative that they've introduced, which is a water sense. For some of you who are farmers who would like to go into farming, I would recommend that you get such. And then, did you know that our toilets, they waste roughly 400 liters of water every day? So it is encouraged to get such things that are called leaky water loop detection. So this is a technology that checks your leaking water in your toilet and also prevents it from leaking as well. So you can imagine how technology is evolving and how this will save you money as well as contribute to the environment. So now I'll go to the aim of the challenge for the Water Week. So here we'll be creating an awareness of World Water Week by creating a robotic challenge. Here specifically, I will encourage you to collect recyclable materials such as bottle lids. So with the bottle lids, what you need to do is to just share your video of how you've done it, but I'll take you through the steps. This is similar to some of the previous challenges that I've once recommended before. So with this one, you just collect bottle lids and you have to do the following. Just ensure that you have yourself insulating tape, your scissors, as well as a ruler. And then just create the 4x4 dimension, which is, for example, those of you that have robots, this will be your starting base. And then this will be how your set will look like, meaning that on the bottom left, as you can see there, that's your starting point. And in the middle point, you will have to collect these bottle lids and put them inside this bottle. So the nice part about this is that you can time a robot on how many bottle lids it can put in there, and the bottle lids that will be inside there, that's the number of your score. So this at the same time is encouraging kids to contribute to the environment by collecting litter out there. So this is another layout of this, and then let me just show you a basic. So this is similar to one of the previous highlights that was done. So as you can see that you can program your robots you can design your robot anyhow. Some you can even go further as making sure that your robot can collect more of these. So this will be a nice challenge for the kids to celebrate the World Water Week at the same time, because pollution is a big problem when it comes to water. Most people drink water that is contaminated. So you can imagine if all of us were contributing to the environment by just playing a bit of role by collecting simple things such as bottle lids. Simple goes along. And then now here's another one here. So this one, I've even taken the robot to even do a reverse to go backwards. So you can just enhance your instructions, just make it more interesting for the kids as well. So like I said, you are not limited to designing a robot specifically like this, because this is just the basics. And for those of you who don't have robots, you can also come up with something different. But at the end, just know that we're celebrating World Water Week. This was some of the challenges. And then, oh yes, before I continue, I would like to share with you something very interesting. So I don't know whether one of our online participants, they are here in Tlantla. Tlantla, you here? In Tlantla. So there's a nice invitation. So Ntlantla asked me that I should share this with all of you. So there's climate change awareness, color walk and expo taking place. The purpose of this is to enhance climate conversations. So with this here, they're inviting you to join them and explore a critical aspect in the fight to combat global climate change in order to enhance climate conversations. So they'll be hosting this event on their second annual Climate Change Awareness Walk and Expo on the 8th of October at Hamabele Secondary School in Hammanskraal. So if you are free at this day, please make your way there. this will be very nice for you to be part of this. And for some of you online participants, please don't hesitate to also share some of the events that you might have that are contributing to the environment as well, so that we can share with others. Remember, we are a community and would like to ensure that people take part and we practicalize what we say. So the purpose of this event, like I indicated previously, is to increase public awareness around climate change. And that begins with effectively communicating with one another while sharing our own concerns and hopes for the future. So the project goals and objectives, as you can see them, they are there. It's creating awareness, advance climate change action, educate schools, communities about sustainable living, promoting climate literacy, and so on. So, like I said, just keep the date. It's the 8th of October, 2022. That's from 8 until 2 o'clock. For further information, those are the contacts, or you can send us an email on i-@unisa.ac.za, and we can link you with them. I hope Ntantla is here. Ntantla, you here? All right, Ntantla seems to not be here, but the presentation seems to be done. Oh yeah, there's this thing called social media that we have. So on Facebook, you can follow us there and also share some of your resources with us or some of information and check how we've been so far in the previous weeks as well. And we're also available on YouTube as well if you would like to follow us. But watch the space. We are currently working on a MOOC called ISET Robotics and Environmental Sciences. Otherwise, thank you so much. I'll take questions.
If anybody has a question, they can unmute or they can raise their hand or they can use the chat area.
Tumelo, I'm also I'm watching this. You can also show your ocean mat that you have designed.
I don't have the ocean mat with me, eh?
Not with you. Oh, okay. Okay.
Not mistaken, it's in a mobile.
That's true. That's possible. Yes.
It's on a Facebook page photo.
Oh, in one of the, you follow us on Facebook. Lovely. So, let me just quickly share and see.
But just whilst Tumelo's looking for the picture, I'd just like to share. There we go. I'd like to share. So we use it as at an expo, and so where you have learners who cannot program or build a robot, but if they see this challenge to get all the plastic out of the ocean, they very quickly catch on to how a robot gets built, and then program the robot to clear all those plastic bottles out of the ocean and onto the shore. So it's a lot of fun, but a really practical way of introducing both environmental sciences as well as programming and building robots. Thank you. Thanks, Tumelo. Any other questions?
Any other questions? I see Elmarie managed to answer my question indirectly, but let me give others a chance. I feel like she knows the answer. For some of you that I asked the question, I asked why do we call a lion and an elephant the big five here in South Africa? All right, see, no one has an answer, but Marie, which is correct. Oh, yes, I think we've got someone from WESA here. Do you have any representative from WESA? Is it Luis, if I'm not mistaken? Anyone? Any representative from WESA would like to say something? A very big thank you so much for the environmental calendar, which makes our job easier and practical for us to introduce to learners. Any other questions? Oh, okay. So, I see you don't have any other questions based on the presentations. Okay, concerning the environmental calendar, if I may ask, what ways can one do in order to celebrate these days? For example, here we are in World Water Week, and I give you some few examples. So what ways can we do in order to play our part and help kids understand World Water Week? Anyone from our participants? I can't see the chat or the hands that are being raised. Kindly please check it for me.
Yeah, there are no hands muted yet.
No hands so far. All right.
Not yet.
So I saw that there was a child who designed a robot that waters plants, which is something that will be great for kids to have an awareness of when it comes to the 30th until the 1st of 30th until the 5th of September. So I'll just quickly share that video since you don't have.
Elmarie also had her hand up. Tumela, Elmarie was going to mention something.
Yes.
Thinking of challenges, why not let him look for specific animals that actually belong in the water or don't belong in the water? So in other words, use your senses, your visual sensor, to try and see what's an animal and what is garbage.
All right, that's a great one. Thank you. Thank you so much. Any other questions?
No, we're good.
So this is my robot. See, this sensor, it sees it within 20 inches. So now it is moving forward and it's doing the same program as before. Now it's going back, but not at the same speed. I guess I could add more speed, but it's better this way because if you wanted to loop it, like the plants have more time to conserve the water inside the pot in the dirt. So then, when this sensor, like before I told you, when it's within about 20 inches, but not really 20 inches, it's like 2 inches, and we detach this from here, we move it to here, because then it would have a better view of it here. So you see, the robot has two sensors that I use, and I might use this more, like this is a touch sensor, and when something hits this button, it will stop or react to it.
Very good. Can you run it again?
It's doing nothing again, and now it's gliding back, and then it's repeating the same thing. You might notice that it stops a bit over here. Well, not very exactly, you can't really notice it, but it stops for about like a millisecond, and then it keeps going, but at a faster speed.
So those are some of the challenges that one can do in order to raise awareness. Any other questions regarding today's presentation? I know I was very quick, eh? Yes.
No. Or maybe we should kind of think about it. How else can you create awareness of water? Maybe a limit or a kind of link to this is kind of do some research on robots that actually do move in water. I know the Spike Prime, the NXT, and the EV3 won't actually survive in the water, but maybe that's a whole new field of looking for aqua robotics. Maybe come with some suggestions. Are there robots that can move in the water, and to what end are they used? Then you're linking the water and the robotics.
All right.
Jan, you've got your hand up. Yes, we're listening. Yes.
I don't know if you guys have seen this one article. There is now a autonomous robot that they're using to actually take goods from the mainland to islands in some country. I'm not sure which one actually, but it's quite awesome because it's totally autonomous, and it is not a boat and it's not a plane. It actually uses as it moves forward, the air pressure underneath the wings just to lift up, and then it will actually navigate from, you just said waypoints, and it will navigate by itself and offload or load up cargo as it travels between islands.
Oh my goodness. So is it autonomous like a submarine then?
Yeah, it's actually like a semi-boat plane kind of thing.
Gosh, okay. So Tumelo, can I share my screen quickly?
All right, go for it.
Whilst Jan was talking, I thought, now I've got to see what this could possibly look like. So I'm going to share my screen, and good old Google. So I said robots in water. So this is kind of what the robots are. But I'm just looking here. I mean, you can get robots to kind of get your kids to swim underwater, but that looks a little bit scary. Yeah, there's monitoring water pollution. So it looks like, I wonder how that works. So that could maybe that fish, or the robot fish, has got a whole lot of sensors in it. Now that's an interesting concept to kind of investigate. I'm not sure I want to be a sewer robot though. I can't imagine that that's fun. But there's definitely a robot that cleans up the water, as Tumelo was suggesting.
Sorry to cut you there.
Yes.
For that one, I'm going to cover it on the 4th unit.
Okay. So you've got that included already.
Correct. Yes.
Awesome. But this one looks really interesting though, because this one looks like it kind of looks like a microscope, and I guess you're giving it a sample of water, and it'll just analyze it and tell us maybe drink it and don't drink it.
Yeah.
But it really, I mean, if you combine water and robotics, there's just this whole field of research and of things happening out there. And these really look like I'm looking here, look very space agey. There's a water strider robot. Now that's going to have to be really tiny. This is the bug inspired robot. These are the little ones, the swarm intelligence. All right, so lots of things to go and look for. There's a little jellyfish bot. It looks really cute though. It looks like the things you play with in the pool or in the bath. Maybe not ideal. But there's also a robot snake and removing toxic metals. So let's find out how that works. Tumelo, I think we need to start doing some extra research on robots in the water. Cool.
There's this other robot that I've seen also on an EV3 robot going on water.
Oh yeah, okay.
And can I share my screen just to show you?
Hang on, I'm going to stop sharing and then it's all over to you. I'm going to stop sharing. All right, Tumelo, it's your chance. Yeah, go for it.
So
what I'm wondering. This poor
The player
fish.
can use the double simulation joysticks to control the chassis and the turret at the same time. The tank's speed can be controlled by the force of the manipulate. The joysticks on the right is used to control the discretion and the speed of the tank. And the joysticks on the left is used to control the angle of the turret. Press the button on the left can fire a cannonball. Thank you for watching this video.
All right.
Stunning.
All right. Any other questions regarding today's presentation? I know I was very quick. Oh, I see Jan.
If you can check in chats, I've just put a link there for what I was talking about.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much. Here we go. This has been an interesting conversation, this. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, so it's gone a whole new direction.
Yeah, I see we don't have any other questions related to the presentation. But yeah, it's a start. It's always like this when you start, and I'm sure tomorrow it should be better.
Thank you very much.
Tomorrow we should embrace ourselves for climate change presentation, which is a bit fun now concerning that one. And yes. Oh, I see Ntlantla is here. Yes, Ntlantla.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we just spoke about your invitation. Eh?
Okay.
Do you want to at least summarize a bit or just talk about it?
Okay, not a problem. Good day, everyone.
Hi.
Hey. So we are having a climate change color run, just to create awareness in the community about climate change, and just to let everyone know how the climate has been changing and how it's been contributing, how we have been contributing as humans to how the world is reacting right now. And yeah, basically that's it. And we are opening an invite to everyone who is willing to join this initiative. You can bring your stalls, come show, exhibit, whatever that you feel like the world needs to know about how we are affecting climate change as the humans who inhabit it. So yeah, basically that's about it.
Can we call you for more information?
Yes, you can call us for more information. Our details have been sent through. Hopefully the PDF has been shared all around and everyone has access to it.
Stunning. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks so much, Ntlantla.
Thanks a lot, Tumelo.
Like I said, the aim also is to be practical. We don't only talk about climate change, but we practicalize it. I mean, in terms of contributing to the environment. So, as I've indicated earlier on, we are using the environmental calendar not only to talk and to make things simpler or whatsoever. As I've mentioned earlier on, with that competition or with that challenge that I've explained, using bottle leads, you will have to collect bottle leads, and then after collecting bottle leads, we are encouraged to put them in a nice 5-liter bottle. This is for reusing them later on, or for decoration purposes, or for designing something spectacular. Imagine having lots of 5-liter bottles full of bottle lids. What can we create? You can create a chair or a table. So just watch the space. We are busy with something behind the scenes and we'll certainly show you. And we would really like to appreciate the support that we also receive from our people from different walks of life. I remember during the previous expo that we were attending, we had one of the ladies who said she's going to contribute lots of eco bricks as well as this bottle lids. So those are also welcomed. And if you do have any events that are taking place that you'd like us to be part of, or our online participants to be part of, certainly welcomed.
Absolutely. Thank you. This has been a really great session. Are there any other questions? Are there any contributions? Tamela, I think everybody has asked their questions. Thank you, Jan, for your contribution. That certainly made it really kind of contributed to the conversation as well of how we then combine water from the environmental perspective, and then how do we use robotics then to improve our environment. A lot of great pictures also popping up here. Absolutely. All right. So, Tamela, I don't know whether you want to close your own session.
All right. Once again, thank you so much to our online participants. Really appreciate you being part of this. For those who are sending via the chat and raise their hands, that's also appreciated. For those of you who are still thinking about what to say, please don't hesitate to email us on i-set@unisa.ac.za, and then contributions are welcome. Like I said, the main purpose of this is to highlight the importance of technology within the environmental sciences, as well as raising awareness of the world around us. Once again, don't forget to follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you so much. See you in the next session.
Yes, you get time for coffee. You just get time to fetch some coffee, and then we'll start up.